Hey, what's up everybody? This is iRobot, and today I'm coming at you with another episode of This Gun Sucks. Now this week I did cover the assault rifles, and even though I had a pretty good idea going into it that I was going to pick the M16, I want you to know I still gave everything a fair shot, and I got all the assault rifles up to at least level 20 before I made the final call, and it did end up being the M16. And the gameplay I got for you is what I felt was an absolutely average match for me in terms of playing with the M16. It's 15-9 in kill confirmed. Not very impressive, but what can I say? M16's, in my opinion, hands down the worst of all the assault rifles. Now, to kind of get into the stats with it, the M16 has a base damage of 45, which is dead center middle of the pack. It ties for 5th out of the 10 assault rifles. The two that are similar playstyles to the M16 are the M14 and the Type 95, which are both significantly higher in damage. The M14 has a base of 75, which pretty much just means 2 bullets kills anyone as long as they hit. The Type 95, which is also the 3-round burst like the M16, has a base damage of 55. That's 10 more damage per bullet, and that makes a world of a difference. So with the Type 95, you're going to play very similar with the M16. However, you're going to be getting a ton more single burst kills. And most importantly, what divides these two guns is close quarters combat. The M16 in close quarters is as worthless as it gets. I can't tell you how much of a disadvantage you're at when the enemies are anywhere nearby. At a distance, it's still pretty good, but the maps in Modern Warfare 3 really cater to close quarters combat, which really puts you in a hard spot if you're trying to use the M16. You have to go with a certain play style to have any success with this weapon. You can't just go with the flow, do whatever feels right at the time. You have to really think about it, slow down, and approach things a little bit differently with the M16. Now with reload times, it is towards the top in reload times. It's tied for second place with the M4. They both reload the same. They're just a hair below the ACR, which took the cake for reload speed. All the rest, however, that they're in front of, all the assault rifles are within a second of one another in terms of reload. So it doesn't, in the end, that doesn't really have much bearing on them. The extremely few circumstances in which it does matter, you should be switching to your secondary anyway, so if you die, it's your own fault, not the reload speed's fault. And in terms of ADS, all the assault rifles are the same except for the FAD. The FAD is just a hair faster than all the rest in terms of ADS, so I'm going to go ahead and say that they're all the same in terms of looking down the sight. Now more specifically with the M16, as I said earlier, you really have to change your playstyle to have any success at all. And I didn't really like that. It's not a weapon that you can just, like, if you're out of ammo, pick it up off the ground and continue to tear the enemies apart with it. It totally changes everything. You have to be prepared for it. You have to be very adjusted to playing with it. And because, as I said, unlike the Type, which is very easily argued to be overpowered, the M16 is it's very easy to say that this is underpowered. Totally not fair. It gives no justice to the M16 that we're all used to. I jumped into this after the previous M16s thinking, I'm just going to go beast with this gun and, get a Moab or two and whatnot, and it just didn't happen for me. It was bad from start to finish. The recoil isn't horrible. It's actually pretty tameable, but it's lack of damage and lack of a decent rate of fire. Just, I can't help it. It takes the cake for being the worst. Props to anyone out there who uses this thing on a day-to-day basis. I certainly don't know how you do it. That's about all I have time for, so, everyone please let me know what you think of this gun. Do you think I'm out of my goddamn mind, or do you agree with me? I don't care either way, just be sure to let me know, and I'm looking forward to doing my next episode of This Gun Sucks, which should by now be the SMGs, which I've been dreading because I don't know what I'm going to pick. Alright guys, peace.